Okay, everyone, so I am going to attempt, keyword, attempt, to do rotary on my AtomStack Hurricane today. This is my first attempt, so first thing I'm going to do is go into my internet, into the Facebook group for AtomStack, because my R8 was shipped without the manual. So many of them were in the beginning. So if yours was shipped without it, it should be found under featured. However, I was in there on my tablet and I could not open it. So I don't know if that is a current issue that they're having. I'm not quite sure. So I'm in here trying to find it, and I'm not even seeing where it's located at the moment. Isn't this super exciting? Here's this. I click see more. Oh look, they've got the manual now for the R6. They didn't originally have that loaded. So, except the fact that, okay, so it looks like it is in a couple of different languages. I'm just going to go ahead and print this. It'll make it easier for me to see, because that's in some really, really fine print. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and tell it to print, and then we're going to go back here, and then I'm going to open this. So this one actually comes up in an actual full manual, because there's a bunch of different stuff that you have to be able to do. So I'm only going to tell it to print by pages that are in English, which are going to be pages 1 through 7. Let's see, my printer likes to be silly and tell me it's not the right paper size, even though it is. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm gonna tell it to print, more settings. I'm gonna only tell it I don't want both sides. I don't really care. Pages 1 to 7. And if you notice, I've got a whole, except for this, and my new Yeti that I got from my hubby today for Valentine's. These are all tumblers, mugs. They're our old ones that I'm going to use as testers. So while this is getting printed, it's printing in really small font too, but no big deal. So you've got, I actually have the R6 and the R8. This is the R6 here. This is just the basic flat rotary roller for smooth, flat things. As a matter of fact, I don't even have any in here. So just flat glasses, basically like a perfectly round bottle that can set. Nothing that's odd shaped like this, nothing with handles, anything like that. So, I don't have anything that I can even use this on at the moment. Not out here anyway. However, okay, let me make sure that my print is processing. Restart. Said there was an error. I don't know what's going on. Story of my life. Error. Anyways, and this is the R8 Rotary, and if you notice, it does have the ability to lift up. There's the parts that go on the end. There's a lot of parts that actually came with the R8 Rotary. I'm actually going to stack my hubs back up here just so I don't have so much stuff in the way, creating or causing any kind of confusion here. So now it's going to be like, hey, I can't get any paper. I should have told it to print full size. And it's printing whatever. It's doing its thing. I don't care. All right. So anyway, so with your R8, you should have received all of these different parts. So you should have got the rotary itself. You should have got a set of calipers, a tape measure. You should have got some Allen wrenches with some screws and some itty bitty little, like a screw that goes on at one end and then like a round dowel almost piece at the other. You should have got a pronged cable. You should have received a USB, I don't know, my husband calls these different, I call it USB to USB cables myself. You should have received another set of pieces that I will show you guys where those get. Actually, these are the parts that can attach onto here. There's different ways to attach those. And this piece here, along with this piece here. Now, excuse me, I'm gonna let my cat out. Come on, Jesse. Jesse, you wanna go out? Go. Just go. You wanna go out? Look, door's open. Go. She's a scaredy kitty because all other animals like to chase her. I guess she doesn't want to go. Dogs are standing at the door. She's like, well, maybe not. Go, kitty. Stay. Okay. Anyways, back to this. So there's these pieces and these ones, and these pieces are actually the ones that hook onto the end here. I have looked at the manual a little bit. So I have a little bit of an idea, but I don't remember exactly how it all connects, how it all works. I do have a tub that I keep all my parts in because I don't know about you guys, but I lose stuff too easily. So it's easier if I just kind of keep stuff in bins and tubs and those. It's a train wreck on that side right now. This side's not too bad. Yeah, anyways. So, we're going to look at the manual here really quick. And in English, there's 7 pages here. I really didn't need to print the first 2 pages technically, or 3, or 4. But I am going to just go through this really quick. So, chuck body, that's the first part. Rear support, you've got a rear support 1, which is this part here. You have your rear support 2, which is this one. The threaded pins, cylindrical pins, which are these. I'm going to go ahead and get stuff out so that I can go through this and show you guys. Maybe. If you can't ever get these bags open, just kind of shift it like this. You'll be able to get it open so much easier. I'll just show you. Because like if you try to grab them and you're pulling, they don't always like to come apart. If it's like that, you can do this. It gets an opening in there. And then, voila. Trick I learned a while back. I used to have a hard time opening baggies. So the cylindrical pins. Some cylindrical pins are these. We'll set these along here so I don't drop them or lose them. Actually, oops, we'll set them up here since there's a white paper that you can see them. And then we have the L-shaped grippers, which are these ones here, and they're obviously called L-shaped grippers for obvious reasons. And then you have the trapezoidal grippers, which look like trapezoids, obviously. And then you have the threaded pins. Those are the ones I was telling you a minute ago that I said they look like the dowels. I don't want to get these out because they're so tiny. I don't want to lose them. So they're just itty bitty. And then you've got some extra screws and the Allen wrenches. There's supposed to be a mini level that says. I don't believe that I received a mini level with mine. How about you guys? Yeah. If I did, I guess I will have to locate it. But I have levels, so I'm not too worried about it. Maybe I did receive one. Let me look in my tub here again. Maybe it got stuff underneath something else. I don't see it. Huh. Maybe it's under something else. I don't know. If it's here, I'll find it. If it's not, well, like I said, I've got levels, so I'm not too worried about it. It could be piled in something else, whatever. Or it could be sitting under my nose and I'm just that blind some days. So anyways, the tape measure, the caliper, the 4-pin adapter cable, that's this one. Says a 6-pin motor cable also, which is, let's see. Oh, I thought these were the same, so, yeah. I don't know. Apparently it's supposed to have a 4-pin and a 6-pin. However, I only have the one. So, it looks like I was shorted some items. Maybe you guys were too. Might want to double check and find out. Well, we'll have to look around and see, because I really don't think I misplaced all that. I took everything out, had it on my little white table here, and stuck it all in my tuck, so I did not lose stuff. And then your USB cable, and then it says you're supposed to have a user manual. However, it did not come with one. So that's not to say that it did not come with these couple of items either, which I'm going to circle. I guess this is the 6-pin because it's got 6 holes, so it means I do not get the 4-pin. I may not need the 4-pin. Anyways, enough on all that. I'm going to toss that in there because that's not what I'm going to connect with. So then it's showing you here that you will take, giving you a diagram on how everything works, and honestly it's easier for me to pull up the diagrams here because I can go, hey, see that? Scroll it in and out. So here it's showing you with the trapezoid that you're going to connect them. It's for these kind of like champagne glasses or whatever, thermos cups, rolling pins, wine glasses, cylindrical objects such as thermoses, rolling pins, wine glasses again. That's when you'll use the L or the trapezoid. Now the ring-shaped objects, small diameter rings such as rings or bracelets, you're going to want to use the pins here. And the pins are simply just going to go into here. So like say that I had a ring, and like say I wanted to engrave my ring, I could put it on there and I could engrave on my ring. Obviously I can't engrave on this, but say I had a bracelet I wanted to engrave in, I can engrave on the bracelet, or if I wanted to engrave around this lid, whatever. So those kind of things, that's what those are for. And then let's zoom back out. We also have the little mini pins here, very small diameter rings such as rings. That's when you would use the little mini pins. So if you had like something really, really tiny and round that you wanted to engrave on, that's when you would use that there. So, spherical objects, so if you had like a ball, so like if you wanted to engrave on a Christmas bulb, oh, goodness gracious, then that's when you would use the suction cup with these. And that's the whole idea of using this part here. The nice thing is that this part here, it looks like slides out. This part should, I believe, go in. I'm still trying to learn all of this and how all of this goes in and out and attaches and everything else. So you guys will have to bear with me a little bit. But anyways, this goes in here and then it's going to adjust along this sliding unit. I think this actually comes all the way out back here. And then you're going to have to take this and put it in. Okay. These rubber stoppers are like really rubber stopped in there. But at least they work really well. You might want to pull these up just a little bit. Ooh, just dropped one. I see where it went though, no big deal. But this will go in. So obviously it's gonna be a bit of a push to get it to go forward. But that would go on, and then you can use this to adjust it, because you're obviously going to want that to stay in place. You put this back in where it goes, and then this is going to hold on to the end of like your Christmas bulb. And if you give me a moment, I actually have some Christmas bulbs. And then you could actually engrave on, I saw where it went, but No, I don't see where. There it is. Can actually engrave onto a Christmas ornament if you wanted to. So that's really, really cool. I'm excited about the really cool things that this laser can do, engraving wise, compared to my old one I had. I have the Gweek, whatever that's called. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Elongated objects even, so if you have like a really long object that you're wanting to engrave. I think the trickiest one is going to be these ones that, like these that have the lips in them. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, alright, so chuck rotor direction. Which way does it rotate? Chuck rotor direction. It says clockwise for loosening and counterclockwise for clamping. So, if you want to loosen, you see those guys? It goes outward. Woo-hoo. So you can actually make it bigger and smaller. And then you can make it smaller. And then obviously it's not going to do anything other than turn at that point. Same thing here. So this, if I want it up there, that way it's not going to move anymore. And then you can adjust here at this point. And then tighten it. And then it's not going to move anymore. Okay, so those are just your simple steps as far as how it can move. It says the chuck can also be rotated 180 degrees by the thumb screw at the bottom. So there's a thumb screw down here at the bottom, meaning that I can actually rotate this all the way around. I am not really sure why we would want to rotate it all the way around. Really don't understand that part of it. But I'm sure that there's a reason. If anybody knows of a reason, let me know. I'd be kind of curious about that one. Because I can't think of a reason that I would want it to rotate. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Anyways, maybe if we're working on it or something, maybe it's easier. I don't know. Alright, so it's showing you the thread pin assembly installation. Obviously, you're just putting the little pins in, screwing them in. Same thing here. Assembly of the L brackets, same thing. You're just basically, so the screws that are in the little packet there, these will go on and they set, they like lock in so you can see that they are shaped to fit. You can't get it wrong, because it's not, I mean you could fit it out here, but it'll fit anywhere along here. You just want to be able to make sure that you have two holes that are going to fit. So you can get two screws in, so you can make sure it's good and snug. So at that point now, in other words, you can go up to 2, and then you're talking like that big. So, and then same thing, you can also flip them the other direction, this way, in case you needed it to go to a smaller size. So you could take them and go inward with these as well and make it to the smaller size here also. So there's lots of different ways and whatnot that you can work these. They gotta be adjusted a little bit though to fit inward so you can get into the two screws and they still all fit on. So a little bit of finesse with these. Let's see, that one goes there, there, and then there. There we go. So right about there. So it's kind of have a little bit of an opening in the middle, but not huge. It's not showing that, but obviously. Alright, so then this is showing that you just put the stopper there with this in. But if you're going to do that Christmas bulb, this kind of has to be out. So, again, it's just, you know, I guess all in how you're doing it, what all you're going to be engraving. Just kind of everything's a little different. So with that being said, now these other bottom or the end parts also adjust quite a bit as well. Get this put in. So these end pieces can just slide in right here if they're just longer. And you got your little suction cup here. But what this is going to show you next, so you can make it super long. So I mean, you can have a cup up to this long, whatever item up to this long. Now I gotta be able to detach this. There we go. Okay, so what it's showing you is that with this, you can actually take this part here, detach it from this. So I'm just trying to get the screws taken out here. I'm actually going to detach. It's faster for me to go this way. Alright. So then you're left with just these two parts. Make sure you keep that washer with it though. There is a washer back there. Then you will take it and put it upside down on here. And then you'll just simply put this washer come through the back here, into the hole, and then you can attach it in through the back of here, and then adjust it to whatever height that you need it to be at. Okay? It's called the C support component. Consists of A and B components, which is A and B, and it makes the C, which is this. Because this came from A, and this is B. And then part assembly, so it's showing how this could slide in and out. And then if you notice, they do take this out here completely in order to put these in to go in further. So short mode, extended mode. The mini level, like I said, I don't believe that I got that, but when engraving curved surfaces, measure the diameter or circumference of the actual engraving area. For irregular cylindrical objects, take the average measurement from the left, center, and right. So you want to figure out your average. So to find your average, you will add all three of these together and divide by 3. That'll be your average, ensuring the engraving object stays level throughout the entire engraving process. So it's really important that you've got them set snug and tight in there, so when you're doing objects like these. And then when removing a spherical object, loosen the grippers first, then move the support as needed. So the grippers and then the support, I believe, is what they're talking about. Then when it comes to actually connecting it, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just going to simply connect to the USB because I got the Hurricane. It makes it so much easier. No point in doing the whole 4-pin adapter, taking it out, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So I don't have any of these. I've got the Hurricane, so you're just going to simply take the USB. You're going to connect the USB right into here. And then on the left side of your Hurricane, you will have a USB port, and that is where it'll say USB, it'll have the USB port, and it'll say accessory, and that's where you're going to attach to. The tricky part comes when it has to do with connecting in lightburn, because you have to go into your settings, and there's all these steps you got to process through, which we will get right back to that. See you when I get back.